Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So today I think I'm going to do an energy checkup on you and your person of interest. If you don't have anyone in mind, then you can stick around and watch the love stories unfold and see what happens, what comes out, or perhaps somebody from your future will come through. It could give you some clues about a future relationship. And we're going to get started with group one. The choices to choose from will be on the thumbnail today. I've decided just to go ahead and do that for simplicity's sake. I used stones the last time. I forgot the name of green calcite, and I've got a ton of green calcite too. I love green calcite. But so we're just going to skip that anyway and keep it simple, okay? So I'm channeling all my energy into doing a reading that I intend is helpful, insightful, and most of all, enriching in some way. So we're going to get started with group one. So hello group one, I hope you're doing well. We're going to do an overall look at your relationship if you've got one, or potentially a future one. Now remember, it's a general reading, meaning that I am reading for a lot of different people. So just take what resonates and forget what doesn't. If it's confusing or doesn't feel good, you don't have to accept it. Just take the messages that are for you. Not all messages are going to be for you, more than likely, but if you're here, there are messages for you, okay? And that being said, we're going to get started using my Art Deco tarot cards. Thank you to those of you who have ordered tarot cards from my site and my message cards as well. Get my message cards. My notes from your beloved deck. I might need to pull some of these today. I haven't pulled any of those in a while, but all of those things support the channel. I did get a couple of donations as well. I don't know if you can send, I know there are different ways to send donations through YouTube now, but these people who sent me donations did so through Cash App. So I realize not everybody has Cash App, but it is helpful when you guys do that. It made me very happy. It does support the channel. It is motivating to help get me back on here to do more readings, So, because this is a side thing that I do. It's not my main job. And so it is, an incentive to keep me coming back for more. When you guys do things like that, or even order private readings, which is the best way to look into your situation specifically, okay? All that information to book like a private reading is down below the video in the description box. So go ahead, guys, and think about your situation or any questions you have. Think about your person. With a 5-card spread, typically what comes out is, how you guys feel about each other. But I want to get a situation card first. So what's the situation that we need to see? What's going on? What will help the viewers identify that this is indeed the right reading for them, that they chose the correct reading? Spirit's saying, define correct. Spirit's saying, define correct. We've got the Hermit coming out. Some of you could be Virgo. I wasn't going to take any flyers, though. Some of you are single or feeling very single, spiritual, perhaps as well. Could be in a healing profession, too. You could be feeling lonely, but just because you're single doesn't mean that you're lonely. But something of that nature is going on here, perhaps. Let's see, though. So for the viewers, what is their love situation that I need to know? 9 of Swords. So some of you are stressing big time. Could be about a spiritual relationship, or you're getting some psychic downloads or signs about someone or something that could be behind the stress that you're experiencing. But there is no sugarcoating the 9 of Swords when it comes to this, unfortunately. It is about sleepless nights and mental anguish, mental anxiety. Not always is it warranted, so I will put that out there, but if you're experiencing or have experienced an ending, nobody likes that. That never feels good. But always kind of like the 9 of Swords asks you, is there a way for you to look at it more objectively, because that would help you to to suffer less, basically, okay? So there's also some guilt here. Somebody could be feeling guilt, you or your person. I'm just getting mental distress, bottom line, with this. This could be something that's been going on for a while, months you've been involved with someone. Maybe it's ending, or you're worried that it will end, or there's something about this. Maybe you've been single for months. But what this is most of all saying today is that you're experiencing a heightened sense of anxiety that's not really warranted. So I'm just going to say it because I always tell the truth on my channel. I'm very direct, and I know that sometimes, you know, I try to be careful with that because I know that sometimes, especially if you're new to the channel, you might not know how to take that. But I always blame it on my Shadabishaj moon, my Doc Martin moon. Actually, my Mercury is in Sagittarius as well, which means I'm very direct, and it's not ill-intentioned. It's just that's how it is. So if somebody is out there, you know, over worrying about something, this is about heightened emotions, meaning that the response isn't necessarily in alignment or in proportion to the trigger, okay? So, I mean that in the best possible way.
The doc might be a rude tosser, but at least he talks straight, and that's appreciated around here.
Yeah, that's appreciated around here. With my regulars, they know how it is. Okay, anything else am I getting with this? Since we did see the High Priestess at the back of the deck, some of you guys could be tuning into somebody else's excessive worry, their anguish, and something they're going through. You're haunted by negative thoughts, something along those lines. If that's the case, don't be afraid to talk to someone and get some help for that. You might need to do that, okay? Or whoever this Nine of Swords is. Okay, I know that I was picking up on a friend's issues earlier this week, even though we hadn't talked in a while, and so I had to finally reach out to her and find out what was going on. And sure enough, she's like on all kinds of stuff. She's aligned with all kinds of physical illness, the need to move, the need to this and that, and I mean, just like a whole bunch of stuff. So maybe you're aligning with somebody else's stuff. Okay. So it's important to learn how to protect your boundaries, especially energetically and emotionally, when it comes to that, because it might not even be coming from you. And you could be picking up on your love interest's anguish if, you know, if they're going through something, whether you know it or not. Some of you aren't even in contact or in separation from someone, but if you're feeling Nine of Swords, you could be picking up on someone else's energy. And they're saying, like, whoever's in this Nine of Swords energy, there are healthier ways of dealing with your concerns. A lot of this is self-imposed. It's not saying that you don't have reasons to be upset, or these people, whoever this is, doesn't have reasons to feel all this anxiety, but to some extent, it's like they're feeding into it themselves, and they need to step off of that cycle and stop doing that. Could be too that people are afraid of getting involved in a relationship because they're safe being alone or in their comfort zone. Maybe they still have to heal from, you know, past baggage. Like, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. Past hurts, past shadows could be cast over a current relationship, or the thought of dating again, or something like that for some. So that might be something to look at. But since most of you are here with somebody on your mind, I'm going to go ahead and look at that person and do your guys' just general energy real quick. No flyers, please. Just saw the star. I'm seeing the world. The world. So, Aquarius, Capricorn energy. Okay, let's do this. So I want a card to represent the viewer. And a card to represent, already had the Nine of Swords for the situation, so a card to represent their person of interest. I like this one. And let's get some advice. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Cups. So another 9, you could be seeing 99999. It could be a sign that you're seeing a lot. The universe is talking to you through numbers. You could have a 9 life path. Somebody else could, or be born on the 9th of a month. It's a number of wisdom, humanitarianism, and completion. So on the one hand, we have someone that is kind of just chilling, maybe taking their situation for granted a little bit, but overall is doing pretty good, like emotionally feeling good. And on the other hand, we had that 9 of Swords, which is like the opposite energy of that. It's an excess of worry versus an excess of emotional satisfaction. So let's see who's who here. This is representing the viewers. So we've got the Four of Swords. And Four of Swords is a card of healing. It's a card of healing and reflection. So you are healing from something. Okay? And in that time, when you have a lot of time on your hands because you've withdrawn, you've kind of isolated, and or you're having to lay up in bed, or just wherever you're at, you're needing to like pass the time so your mind gets working. And that's good if you're meditating and focusing on the things that you want and using your imagination to create good things. But if you're letting your imagination go in a negative direction and you're worrying and you're stressing, that's defeating the purpose. That's not going to help you heal. So that's a problem. So that goes along with that Swords energy. You could also have strong air in your chart. You don't have to. This is Jupiter in Libra, rest, okay? So your person, who are you here for? Five of Cups. Ah, okay. So that's another culprit here. Remember when I was talking about you could be picking up on your person of interests, sadness, their grief. But another thing the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords have in common is that they're both about crying over spilt milk. They're both about making a mountain out of a molehill a little bit, okay, to some extent. I mean, just because life gives you a cactus doesn't mean you need to sit on it, kind of thing. And it's a sad energy, whatever the cause. And it does speak of, emotional loss and really focusing on that emotional loss. So if you have split up from this person, which it looks like an ending has occurred, then you're actually in a healthier place than this person is, because you're at least, healing. And whereas this person is focusing on what they've lost. This is assuming if you have someone on your mind. Okay? Otherwise, this is what you're aligning with energetically in a partner. A Five of Cups type individual, which is Mars in Scorpio. Somebody that has a tendency to be a bit pessimistic emotionally. So you might want to realign yourself so that you're not aligning with that. But the outcome is the Knight of Cups. So I really like this outcome for you guys, at least. At least the outcome is better. The Knight of Cups is, for me, Libra Scorpio energy. And it does talk about a helpful romantic person. So at least one or both of you will be getting help, potentially from a water sign, or somebody with water strong in their chart. Water is a healing and nourishing element. So I think that's, you know, what you need. You both need some of that healing and nurturing and nourishment right now, because you're both feeling down, not feeling the best, not feeling the greatest. So if this is a person, this is a very charming person, but not the most stable, okay? It does feel like it's leaning more towards your person of interest. But again, energies can be interchangeable or vice versa. So it's up to you to apply it how it resonates, if it does. But to me right now, it feels like it's more your person. And they have mood swings, this person. This person could be a very tender, loving, genuine, warm person. And they really have that to their personality. They have some rare qualities. They could even be a very good communicator. Again, you could be getting communication from this person. I feel like you're picking up on them psychically, so you're already in a sense getting communication from this person. But you could literally be getting some sort of help from this person or communication from this person. So nights do tend to kind of come in and come out, though. Again, inconsistency here. So just, you know, keep your wits about you if that does happen. You know, you're going to need to keep your eyes open and pay attention, because this is not a bad person, but they don't have a lot of staying power right now. So what is the advice? We've got 4 of Cups. So somebody could be being particularly stubborn. I feel like for some of you, it's actually you or whoever is on the left side of the table. In which case, if that person is being particularly stubborn, then there's not a whole lot that you can do about that. Okay? Whoever this is, whoever is being stubborn, there's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot that you can do about that. Yeah. So as an advice card, the 4 of Cups really talks about making a choice. So you might have a choice to make. We've got a woman on the card, so maybe it's the feminine in the situation. There's a choice to make, perhaps between 2 different people. But it could be the other way around. It doesn't have to be between 2 different people. It could just be about the relationship. So how much does this relationship or your love life interest you, basically? Because if it's not that interesting, or it's making you feel tired or drained, some of you are being drained and you don't know why, and it could be from this person energetically, or you do know that they drain you, then you need to realize that you don't have to accept that. You need to say no and stand up for yourself, and there'll be a better opportunity coming along. And we do see an opportunity here. So with the Knight of Cups, this could be talking about that opportunity coming in which case some of you really need to open your mind and not automatically like negate what is being offered. You need to give it another look. Okay? If you're just really happy doing your own thing, being single, being in your single power, then that's fine, okay? I don't know what you're doing at a romance reading in that case, but if you're interested in someone or in progressing your romantic life, then there is a need to have an open mind about it. And it's okay. And maybe some of you are just taking some time. before you make your move. Just kind of contemplate your options and your course of action, which would be good. If you're not doing that and you know that you have to make a decision or you need to think about things, do it carefully. It's okay to go within, meditate, take that time alone, but don't let your negative imagination get the better of you, okay? Keep those negative thoughts in check. Weed those negative thoughts out. Some of you just could be bored with this relationship or connection or your love life in general, in which case seek some new inspiration. And again, somebody could be emotionally unavailable or being stubborn. But if it, for example, if it's you, then keep trying, keep working on that. Weed out, because if it's not serving you, if you're fine and happy the way you are, cool. But if it's not serving you, you want to weed that out. If this is somebody else, like I said before, there's not a whole lot you can do. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. They could be just too focused on their own pity party to appreciate all the goodness and abundance that the universe is trying to offer them. Or maybe they've just had enough. Whoever this Four of Cups is, if it's a person, they've just maybe had enough. Like, even too much of a good thing, can turn us off in the end, right? There is a time to go home after a party, right? There is a time to, like, all good things must come to an end, at least temporarily, and then you can appreciate it again. So let's get some messages. I'm being drawn to this deck for some reason that I haven't used in a while. And if this is resonating, please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. Let's get a message from Group 1's person of interest. This one I will take a flyer. You speak to me through music. It did feel like there was some indirect way in which you guys are communicating. And Knight of Cups is water. Water is about intuition and emotion. So music really stimulates both those things, especially the emotions. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So, feeling that there's been a spiritual lesson. And we did see the Hermit and the High Priestess at the beginning. That speaks of it being a spiritual relationship. And so, you're connected even when you're apart. But maybe it's not the relationship that you're meant to ultimately end up in, or it's on again, off again. We see with the Knight of Cups that it's likely to be romantic, but maybe not very consistent yet. But we want to see the word grateful, because the Four of Cups is about not feeling grateful. So maybe this person or someone is not feeling the most grateful for certain things in the relationship or around the relationship. But one thing they could focus on to feel grateful for is at least the spiritual lesson or the lessons that have been learned. And there's always something to take away. You only lose when you don't learn a lesson. You should always ask when something doesn't turn out the way you want it to, like, what can I learn from this? So that it's not a complete and total loss, and that so you don't repeat the same mistakes in the future. So at least this person is coming across as grateful. Let's get a card from this deck. What else would this person say? Our relationship is never consistent. Why can't we find a stable ground? So even this person understands, what I was saying a moment ago about it not being consistent. And even if you feel like they're the cause for the inconsistency, you know, they question why it's like they're questioning why it's like that as well. Like they wonder why can't we find consistency here? I do feel like we've got, I want to hear from you, please call me, asking you to reach out and be the one. So maybe you'll be the Knight of Cups in the situation and reaching out. But that tells me that there is a desire for communication. Let's get one more card from this person. I like you just the way you are. I wouldn't change a thing. And when I follow my heart, it leads me to you. You know what? I think I'm going to make some candles with these cards, with some of these messages on them in my Etsy shop. Check out my Etsy shop. I have a general store now if you guys want to support me that way. But I'm thinking about maybe putting these messages on candles, like on intention candles, prayer candles, for people that want to buy them and use them for manifestation. Because I feel like some of these are really good for that. Anyways, I digress. So those are the last messages. This person likes you just the way that you are, in case you were wondering. And I think this person especially likes, it's not like they don't like the inconsistency of the relationship in the sense that it can feel very passionate and like a whirlwind romance for some of you watching. That's what I'm getting. And also the masculine in the situation feels like a child again, in a sense. They could have a crush on you, or you make them feel like crushing, like having a crush. You inspire kind of this like youthful romanticism within them that that they like. They like that about you in this relationship, which is something that doesn't happen to them all the time. They don't always feel that kind of youthful crush energy toward people, but they feel it toward you, and they like that. And this person could be someone that doesn't always listen to their heart. They listen to, you know, their ego or their head, but when they know that when they do follow their heart, it does lead them to you, which they're acknowledging here. All right, group one, this is what I've got for you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope it was helpful. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Stick around for group two if you feel guided to. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys next time. All right, welcome group two. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So go ahead and think about your person of interest, the one that you came to the reading for. Remember, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and forget what doesn't. I'm reading for a lot of different people, yada, yada, yada. My regulars know the drill, okay? I think I said in the intro we were going to kind of look at their feelings, and we did talk a bit about their feelings in the first part, or in group one. But honestly, we're just going to let whatever wants to come out, come out. I think I'm going to focus more on the situation and just the outcome, where it's going, and things like that. And then if stuff about their feelings comes out, cool. If not, I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's kind of an overall energy check, I guess. This is the way that the reading's just organically going. And then we'll get messages toward the end of the reading for you guys too, from this person or your future love interest / this person, okay? So I'm going to get a card to represent the situation for those who are watching. So what's the situation to help the viewers understand if they've chosen the right reading for them? Quote unquote right. Because if they're here, they're aligned energetically with it for a reason. But it's up to them to decide what that reason is. But for simplicity's sake, what is the situation that group 2 finds themselves in their love life? High Priestess. We've got some single Pringles out there. We've got also the Four of Wands. So High Priestess, Four of Wands, soulmate relationship, an interest in spiritual soulmate or twin flame relationships. Maybe you believe that you're a part or a member of a relationship like this. Maybe you're just watching this because you're into witchy things and you enjoy watching a tarot reading. Hey, I'm with you. I do that sometimes. Occasionally I'll watch another tarot reader. But as a situation, that's an interesting card to come out. So it really is the card that represents like the mystics, however that manifests in your life. So whether you are actually a practicing advisor, reader, witch, spiritualist, or manifester, you do have these abilities. And everybody does have psychic and intuitive abilities, but some of us actually take the time and put in the effort to hone them a little bit more, right? By learning the tarot, by meditating, by taking an active interest in this kind of thing. So it really just feels like a relationship where you're connecting with someone energetically and spiritually. As you can see, the guy in the background in spirit form behind her, you're somehow, way, shape, or form tuning into your person of interest's energy. So you might want to go back and watch group 1 if you were drawn to that one as well. It probably will have some additional messages for you. But if you do feel like this is the case, you really need to rely on your own inner wisdom regarding what it's telling you about the situation. So it really just is about you tuning into your intuition, being introspective, being a lady for my feminines out there, being a gentleman for my men out there, being kind of removed from the rest of the world. Even if you're amongst a lot of people, you're being reflective, you're exploring your spirituality. You could be trying to uncover some secrets, perhaps in a relationship if you're in a relationship, or just secrets in general related to love life. Some of you are just looking for a deeper meaning. It's in human nature to search for deeper meanings in things. Plot twist, nothing has any meaning until you give it meaning on a quantum level. For my manifestors, you'll know what that means. But this overall is talking about trying to uncover meaning in the situation. So if you are involved with somebody, you're doing this because you really want to ensure that the relationship has a solid foundation, that it's going to continue, that it has a leg to stand on, right? That it's solid. You might not feel that emotionally connected to a partner if you're with someone as well. Hence the need for you know, searching out a deeper meaning. You're trying to find that connection, to source that connection through a different avenue, because you're not getting it from the person you're with. And all that will only resonate for, you know, for some, not all of you, but I mean, I said it because it's coming through. Really getting strong twin flame vibes. And I'm feeling like the energies start to pick up for me, like energetically. I did a couple of readings earlier this week that I didn't upload because honestly the channeling got away from me, like it got to be too strong. And although I was thinking, yeah, probably somebody could benefit from this reading, but I just felt like fewer people would benefit from it than would benefit from it, and therefore it wasn't worth uploading, and so I just didn't do it. I just didn't do it. But my point is that I'm feeling like my energy rise, so I'm having to like contain it a bit so that I can actually, there's a word for it too, and I just learned this word for not being able to put like energetic or intuitive insights into words. I'm gonna have to look that up after I'm done here. So we're gonna need a card to represent you and a card to represent your person. We've got the Eight of Wands coming out here, but I'm not taking flyers at this time. Somebody could have Mercury and Sagittarius, be a fire sign, could be a whirlwind romance, or a desire to move forward, a desire for communication. If so, those desires would be really strong, really intense. Okay. I'm getting Venus in Aries as well. Somebody could have Venus in Aries. So who is the viewer? And who is their person of interest? What is the outcome? What is the advice? Bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Pentacles. 9 again. Humanitarianism, wisdom, completion. You could be completing a cycle, a spiritual cycle. Lessons are being learned. It has something to do with your love life. But not all lessons that you learn from your love life are lessons about your love life. Like in the twin flame community, whether you believe in the twin flames or not, bottom line with that is that the twin flame journey teaches you about yourself. So who are you? You're the Two of Swords. Moon in Libra. You could be a Sagittarius or a Cancer, or have those strong in your chart as well. But, you know, you can have any sign. So, Two of Swords is about going within, not being receptive. I'm hearing not having the time to be receptive because you're too busy balancing things. You could have, yeah, I'm just definitely getting some sort of balancing things, keeping things harmonious. I'm not getting a negative energy from the Two of Swords, despite the picture kind of being about a face-off. I mean, that could be, you know, you could be in a battle of wills with someone, or there's definitely some closed energy here. We saw it with the High Priestess as well. Maybe it's slow to get communication, or things are slow to, I'm just getting the communication is slow, or you're not hearing what you want to hear with any communication. But if that's the case, you might be a little bit blocked off and not realize it. So energetically blocked off, or like actually blocked off, making it difficult for someone to reach you, even if they wanted to. Yeah, it really just feels like you're in kind of a tricky or prickly situation, stuck between a rock and a hard place on something, maybe needing to make a decision, not knowing what decision to make. What about your person? Got the Queen of Wands. You could be here for an Aries, Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo, or somebody with those traits. They could be a feminine, and don't have to be. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us, so bear that in mind. And the Queen of Wands is typically a feisty person, confident, self-assured. So that's how this person is coming across. They tend to be, you know, quite attractive as well. They can be, you know, just kind of like reasonable, independent, passionate, romantic. They have the potential to be those things: passionate, romantic, loyal, loving. Just depends on, you know, if they're in their light or their shadow energy, which this person is in their light energy. Okay. So that's your person. So where's this going? What's happening? What do you need to know right now? The Hierophant. So everything's okay. Nothing terrible here. The Hierophant's about moral lessons. It's also a spiritual card, but it's more to do with like earthly lessons. Somebody could be an earth sign. Somebody could be dealing with more than one person. One of them could be an earth sign or earth dominant. So it does feel like the relationship, if it's in separation, or if one or both of you is blocking this energetically, or actually blocking it, it feels like the viewer is maybe not ready for this, even if they think they are, or maybe you already know that, or it's not that you're not ready, but something on your end of things isn't receptive. This person's coming across as receptive. It can be flip-flop or vice versa, but my spiritual people will know what I'm talking about. And if this is your reading, more than likely with that High Priestess, you'll know what I'm talking about. That if this is meant to come into union, or it's a soulmate type relationship, then and it's not in union, then it seems like it's not in union because the Two of Swords person is having some sort of a mental block about it. So I would reflect on that. We'll see what the advice card says to remove that mental block so that you can get more what you want. Because it feels like, I mean, maybe you're just doing really well for yourself and you don't really feel the need to get more serious with someone, or you kind of want to keep things at a certain pace or certain level, and maybe that's just what works for you for whatever reason. I feel like some of you are going to go through something where you're going to be retreating, you're going to be healing, or I'm getting like yoga, meditation, things like that. Some sort of a spiritual retreat. In fact, if you're not technically in a spiritual retreat, then it feels like your life is in a spiritual retreat. So if it seems like, and I don't know what you want to happen. I think you want to make your visions become true, and you feel like you've been waiting a long time. You want to be elevated and take things to the next level in your life and get the recognition that you deserve. But, you know, there's a time and a place for everything, and right now is just not the time. So, I guess the good news then with this, with the Hierophant being the outcome, and this isn't an unfavorable spread. The Two of Swords does speak of a delay or like a break, and it feels like there's a higher reason for that, aka the Two of Swords person has some sort of a mental block around that needs to be figured out. It's probably there for a reason, maybe a spiritual reason, and so you can't, you know, sort of force that. But ultimately, this is talking about, you know, a happy commitment in the cards. So you'll know better than me, since it's your relationship, if you guys are on good terms. If the majority of the relationship is positive, then more than likely you're going to have a happy commitment with this person. If the majority of the relationship is negative, and you have your reasons for being in Two of Swords energy, if you blocked this person for whatever reason, if you're not receptive, or if they're not, and it's been like that, and it's just overall, if you're honest and you do an assessment and you're like, no, the majority of this is not good, then it's probably going to peter out. It's probably going to fade away, this relationship. It could be due to, you know, pressures that are being placed on the relationship. Maybe people are being peer pressured, or there is a religious incompatibility, or some other issue is too much to overcome. Maybe it's that, spiritually speaking, this isn't the lifetime for this to come into union, but it feels like your person wants it to. Your person's kind of like riding the wave. They would love to sneak back into your life if you're in separation, or just sneak toward you. They would take anything they could get. I mean, that's how they feel, or that's kind of like what they're thinking. They would take like whatever they could get. Like, they want to have more interaction with you, more communication with you. But they're also kind of just leaving it up to fate, the universe, divine timing, and kind of going with the flow. And in the meantime, honestly, living their best life as Queen of Wands, the head boss in charge. But that doesn't mean that they don't still care about you, feel warmly toward you, or want to take action toward you, or to see things progress, because their energy is, you know, saying that they would like things to move forward with you. But it just feels like it's tricky. And for some of you, it's been a while. Somebody could have a new love, could be third party, I mean, it could be any number of things. So what's the advice? The Hanged One. Surrender. The tighter you hold on to something, whether it's this person or your stubbornness or a blockage, then the worse it's going to get. That you're not going to be able to move forward with or without this person. So it's about surrendering, just chilling out. These two, they look intense. Okay, they look intense. There's a need to chill. Okay, so yeah. I'll be right back. Sorry for the interruption, guys. I had to take that call. So where were we? We're talking about the Hanged Man, right? The Hanged Man. The Hanged One in this deck. So look at her face. Her face is very serene, okay? Even though she's being hung upside down, that's the same thing as, the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Meaning that even though you might have every reason to be in this Two of Swords energy, to be feeling tense, to feel like maybe stuck between a rock and a hard place, or having to face a difficult decision, maybe some feel like they're walking a tightrope, or that they would, regardless of what that Two of Swords is talking about, and regardless of how upsetting, literally the hanged one represents being like turned upside down or being in an uncomfortable position, you have to be zen about it. You have to be serene. You cannot control the situation. Stop trying to manipulate the 3D, okay? It's an inside job. The way to win is to let go. And by let go, we mean letting go of fear and the need to control. And the kind of twist with the Hanged One is that usually when this card comes out, or often when this card comes out, it is for someone for whom that advice is going to get on your nerves, rub you the wrong way, be not what you want to hear, right? It's going to go against your instincts, perhaps. It's not going to be what you want to do. But the Hanged One's here to say, too bad, so sad, that's what you need to do. So it's kind of a contradiction in that way. But the more that you struggle and the more that you try, the more difficult it's going to go for you. So it's basically saying that you need to, relax. Like I said from the beginning, didn't I say that? I said chill out. You need to chill out. This needs to be you. And letting go and in surrendering, that's how you survive the situation. That's how you are most likely to get what you want from the situation. That's how you get a positive outcome, but only if you stop struggling. It feels like, because with the Two of Swords, and we saw the High Priestess earlier, that whatever's happening is kind of outside of your control. Now, everything is in your control as God of your reality, but when you plant seeds, before you knew what you were planting, before you were a conscious creator, you planted a bunch of seeds, because we all do, with our thoughts, and you planted a bunch of, prickly thorn bushes, okay? Let's say you planted a bunch of prickly thorn bushes, and you didn't know you were doing that, but now it's done. And now maybe you want to go out there and take your weed cutter and just like hack them all down, for example, right? Because you're just so like bothered and uncomfortable that you have these prickly thorn seeds everywhere outside. And you don't want to see them or deal with them, so you just I'm going to go in there and I'm going to hack them all down right now. And then you just end up getting all tore up, all scratched up. Your clothes get tore up and everything else. The way to handle something like that would be to relax. Make a phone call, call a landscaper or someone to come and remove them. Or when you have the right equipment and a game plan, go out there and slowly but surely remove them yourself. But only by being relaxed in that situation can you not only survive it, but have the positive outcome that you want. Because it's kind of outside of your control at this point. The prickly thorns have been planted, they've grown, they're there. And the only thing you can do is be cool as a cucumber, be gentle with yourself, have grace, give yourself grace, let go of all the demands, don't be forceful, because that's not going to work anyway, and release control, let go of control. So in the outcome, the Hanged Man is the magic 8-ball equivalent of ask again later. And by later, it doesn't mean in an hour, it means to be still, have faith, and let go. And that there is going to be a beneficial outcome to the situation, as long as you relax. And so we've got the Hierophant as the actual outcome, but I feel like this needs to be read as the outcome as well, like they're kind of going together. So just take it how it resonates. It does feel like a happy commitment is in the future, but in the meantime, you have to not give it. You have to not give a damn, okay? You have to just not give a damn. You have to let it go. Okay? So, let's get some messages from your person, and if this resonates, please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel, and it keeps me coming back to do more readings. It also helps others to find the reading that will benefit from it. And we're going to get a message or two from your person, your Queen of Wands. Now that I've opened the flyers, none want to come out. Isn't that the way? So let go of control. Just go with the flow. So guess what that means? None of these cards are applicable. And we're not mad at them. We're just going to go ahead and move on to the next deck. Oh, this deck is calling me. Mystic Moon Oracles' deck. Have you guys watched Mystic Moon's channel lately? Not all of her readings resonate with me, but she's such an expert that I just like to watch her sometimes for that fact alone. She makes great decks too. That's what it looks like, in case you didn't know. This is the Twin Flame Journey messages. Didn't realize that. Doesn't matter. It's what I was drawn to use. Perhaps you are on a twin flame journey or feel like you are. We've got I can still feel you. I can still feel you. I just want to rush over my words sometimes. I know that I'm from another realm where we spoke telepathically all the time, and my mouth is just like this appendage that I have to use in this life as a human. And I'm like, half the time I feel is superfluous and unnecessary, and I wish that, you know, I didn't have to use it. It slows things down. It's less efficient. But anyway, if you know, you know. Let's get another message from this person, please. I'm being guided to just pull one out. What else would our Queen of Wands person say to the viewer? If they had no filter, like if they had no filter, none, what would they say? I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. And I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer was at the bottom of the deck. Interesting, interesting. So evidently they're getting signs about you. They've looked you up online. They can still feel you. I don't know. Maybe some of you with that Black Two of Swords energy can't feel this person, or you can't feel them anymore, you haven't been able to lately or something, but they can still feel you. Let's get a message from my Notes from Your Beloved deck. Oh, that one flew right up right away. Okay, I'm in love with you. And not surprising. Anything else? Why are you ignoring me? Yeah, that's what I was saying. You guys are like in the Two of Swords energy. Even if you're in the same room with this person, you're not talking. Look how tight-lipped they are. There's a lot being said here, but not verbally. Speaking of like what I just said a moment ago. It's like non-verbal communication. But even as such, they feel like somebody is not being receptive. Or at least that's how someone feels. Okay. Interesting. Maybe they're trying to get your attention. The Queen of Wands is used to getting attention. I mean, she's just bold and radiant. Fire signs are like that. Even if they're not technically, like traditionally beautiful or gorgeous, they're still attractive. Like they just got it like that. I'm thinking of Maya Angelou and how I love her and her poems and everything. But if you look at her, she's not traditionally attractive, conventionally attractive, or she wasn't in her youth. And then I think she even wrote a poem about this, that people would wonder why, you know, she was so attractive to the opposite sex, that she was, you know, she was pulling them in basically. Like she had no trouble attracting attention. And that's what the poem was basically about. She says that people ask her that, and then when she tells them the answer, they think that she's lying, but really the answer is basically it's the, you know, the arch of my back, it's the sway of my hips, it's the little things. You fire signs just have it like that, or people with strong fire air as well can be, but fire moon, rising, fire dominant. So if you're not falling all over yourself to get this person's attention, they can take even, you know, that as you're ignoring them, you know. Oh, bottom of the deck. You're so beautiful. Yeah. Can't make it up. Shh. Sorry, my phone's going off. I'm like, shh, you're interrupting me. How dare you? Okay. This is what I've got for you, Group 2. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Yeah. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It does support the channel, like I said. If you'd like a private reading, contact information is down below. I appreciate your donations, your likes, your subscriptions. Hit the bell so that you don't miss my next video. And I'm going to move on to Group 3. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Group 3. Thank you for tuning into your reading. Okay, let's look at your situation. So go ahead and think about your person of interest or whatever questions you have about your love life. Let's pull a card to see what your situation is. For everyone watching Group 3. For the audience members for whom Group 3 is for. Is that how you say it? For whom Group 3 is for. Alright. What's Group 3's situation in their love life? Oh, Queen of Cups. Really? Okay. It's a very loving, very sweet, very emotionally understanding and intuitive, compassionate vibe here, particularly from the feminine energy. But you could be a masculine or a feminine watching. The energy here, though, is feminine water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces could be strong in your chart somewhere. Could be strong in the chart of the person that you're here for, or it's just in your relationship energy. It's an interesting card to come out as a situation. So are you in love with someone? Are you crushing on someone? Do you have an inappropriate crush? You could be married to someone and still have a crush on them, or in a relationship and still have a crush on them. I mean, those are the best relationships. I hope that never goes away. You could be dealing with a Leo, but you don't have to be. Wow. Okay, so bottom line with this, as a situation, it's similar to the card itself in that it's just about the situation being deeply emotional, nurturing, supportive. There is a deep, profound emotional bond between whoever this reading is for and their person of interest. Even if it's a crush or a potential partner, whoever this person is, there are mutual feelings here. It feels caring, it feels nurturing. It feels like there's a lot of potential for security and support between the two of you, and comfort and understanding. So, I mean, those are really good adjectives to go along with any relationship. Nurturing, supportive, emotionally connected, profound bond, mutual caring, comfort, understanding between the both of you. So that's a nice little twist. A lot of the readings on most tarot channels are more complicated than that. But this is, or less positive, this is very positive. So far, it's very positive. I mean, even if this is an ex or something, there's still a deep emotional connection and understanding between the two of you. Like, that emotional bond has not gone anywhere. There's still empathy, there's still emotional connection. You still have feelings for one another. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Cups. So even if it's a new connection, there's already a strong emotional bond here. Like, you're into this person for a reason. There is an emotional bond that exists. There is something here. So who is the viewer? And who is their person of interest? And what is the outcome? What is the advice? Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Air sign energy, again, new beginning, victory, breakthrough, communication. Okay, viewer, you're coming out. Well, Ace of Pentacles. We've got 3 aces. 3 aces. That's yes, yes, yes. That's affirmative, affirmative, affirmative. Okay, new beginning, new, new, new. Earth sign energy here as well. Solid new beginning. Victorious new beginning. Emotional new beginning. Wow. Okay. So you could be an earth sign, somebody with it strong in your chart. There's something about earth and the material plane. Manifestation. So planting a seed. Something is being born, something is growing. Early stages on a strong foundation. Your person is the 7 of Wands. Fire sign energy. There's Mars and Leo. Somebody defending their boundaries. Somebody defending the relationship. Someone caught off guard. Getting that this person is caught off guard by the closeness that they feel with you and how good the relationship feels. This is someone that feels really, really good about you in the relationship. They have fun with you. They feel free when they're with you. They experience a lot of pleasure when they're with you. Other people might not be supportive of the relationship, and they might be having to defend the relationship to other people. This person feels very protective of you. They would defend you. The Page of Wands. Good news. Some of you could be having a little boy. Oh, spoiler. Yeah. But we've got planting of a seed, something coming into this world. And we've got the Page of Wands, which is, for me, a boy. Masculine energy. At the very least, it's about communication, good news. So you can expect some good news. Good news coming in, and some communication here. Pages are like the aces of the court cards. So again, there's that new energy. So even if this is someone that you have known for a while, it's like it's having a new beginning, or you're working things out. It's like the wait is over. So if you've been waiting for communication, this person might have been busy defending themselves, or defending, or being defensive. I still see like that energy with them. But some of them could be busy working too, or have been, but there's a new beginning here. Some sort of positive change to the circumstances. And this could be talking about the viewer or somebody that you're dealing with. If, you know, if you're like a young person, teenager. But mostly it feels like it could be also, again, with the child. Something to do with the child has to do with this. But the Page of Wands as a person is accomplished, smart, driven, regardless of their age. And pretty much attractive in a universal way, like a universally appealing way. So this could be some leftover energy from group 2. So if you were guided to group 2 as well, and you could go ahead and watch group 2 too. A little bit similar with regard to the universally appealing attractiveness, regardless. So, I mean, it's not that complicated. There's some good news coming in here. It's going to make you happy. It could be related to work, a contract, or something, but it's about the relationship. It has to do with the relationship. So if, say your person has been preoccupied with work or things like that, or something, you know, contracts or legal things or whatever it is that maybe has been keeping you two apart, or has been interfering with or threatened to interfere with the relationship, there's going to be some good news. And it's going to impact the relationship in a positive way. The advice is 6 of Wands. Wow. Wow. Good on you guys. We've got lots of passionate, fiery energy here. This is a loving and passionate relationship. Maybe you're the one that brings the groundedness to it. With that Ace of Pentacles energy. But 6 of Wands is about winning. And it's about, you know, celebrating your wins. Enjoy it while it lasts, kind of thing. Okay, it's a positive step in the right direction. So, you're a winner. You have what it takes. If this is a new relationship or a new cycle within an existing relationship, it's good. It's safe to, you know, embrace it. Go forward with it. Move ahead. Because you're headed in the right direction. If you feel like you need support, then do gather support from those who would support you. But don't take your eye off the prize. You know, set your intention and then continue until you get to the finish line. Like, keep going. And then celebrate your win. It might not be like a huge development, like proposal or getting married yet, but it's a good step in the right direction. So just let yourself celebrate it. Don't kill it by, you know, worrying about it, about what could go wrong, or, you know, people get in their heads about things and they forget to just embrace and celebrate what's good about the situation, because you do have good news coming in. Okay? And there is a lot of love in this relationship, in this connection. There's a lot of good here to celebrate. So let yourself feel good about that. Keep positive, be forward thinking. Don't give up. You're almost there. You know, don't be shy, be brave. Wow. some messages from this person, and if this is resonating with you, please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below. If you'd like to donate to the channel, likewise, the links are down below. Thank you to those of you who regularly do that. You support the channel. You're awesome. So for group 3, what would their person say to them if they had no filter? We've got, we need to let each other go. You ever notice that with readings when things are going really positive? That a card will come out to kind of contradict it. It's almost like a defense mechanism in the energy. But remember, the Six of Wands told you that you're going in the right direction. So feel good about it and keep going forward and don't take your eye off the prize. This one came out. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So for those that are in separation where someone walked away, this person is saying it was hard to let you go. But remember when I said with the Seven of Wands, there was something that this person felt defensive about, or that they have to defend the relationship against? That's what this card is speaking to, okay? Interesting. But in the future here, we've got the Page of Wands, new beginning. Good news. It's like this person could find out or have found out some sort of truth. Maybe there was some gossip or communication about the relationship, or this person learned through observation that, you know, maybe there was something still here, that you still cared about them, or something along those lines. Interesting. Let's get one more card from this deck. I want to be more than friends. Maybe this person was in denial about their feelings for you, and they said they just wanted to be friends, or they didn't realize how much they really actually cared about you, and now they do. Now they have. Maybe you try to put this person in the friend zone. I don't know. A lot of different people watch, so that's why there are so many different scenarios. It's your responsibility to just take the ones that resonate with you. Claim the ones that feel good, that are in alignment with you and what you want. Disregard the ones that don't. That's how this works. Use this if you can't use the information to your advantage, then it's a waste. So find a way to use it to your advantage. Let's get a message from my Notes from Your Beloved deck. Tell us more. The plot thickens a bit. What does the viewer need to know that this person thinks or feels or wants to say? Everything I do it with you in mind. My ego gets threatened when I lose my independence, so I distance myself. So the Seven of Wands is a defensive dude. Not only are Or is he capable of being defensive against others, but can be defensive towards those who are close to him as well? So it's like you got too close to this person. With this energy here, with the Queen of Cups being the situation, this is a very close relationship, like I said before, a bond, an emotional bond. Not everybody understands that kind of a bond, has experienced it before, or is comfortable with it. Just depends, right? So they're always thinking about you and kind of admitting, that they let their ego get in the way and things like that. Okay, this is what I've got for you, Group 3. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's awesome if you would do that. Hit the bell so that you don't miss my next video. Remember to take what resonates and forget what doesn't. The best way to look into your particular situation is to get a personal reading. That's what I've got for you guys. Take care.